On to other news now, more fallout for comedian Bill Cosby today. One organization now calling on the White House to revoke Cosby's Presidential Medal of Freedom. This after a previously sealed deposition revealed Cosby admitted to getting quaaludes, intending to give them to women he wanted to have sex with. The founder of ONE, the sexual assault awareness group, said, quote, "We cannot yet give his accusers their day in court, but we can fight back in the court of public opinion." Meantime, the woman who sued and settled with Cosby in 2006 is asking a judge to make the entire deposition public. She says Cosby's lawyers and agents broke their end of the confidentiality agreement, and she has been powerless to respond. And it's important to note here, Cosby has never been criminally charged, and his representatives have denied past allegations. Joining me now is Howard Bragman, Vice Chairman of Reputation.com and 15 Minutes Public Relations, and in Seattle, attorney Ad Bremen. For both of you, appreciate your time as we delve into this today. And starting with you, Howard, we've learned that Cosby and his talent agency, CAA, huge agency in the business, they have parted ways. No specific reason was made public here, but is Cosby and his career at this point, when you have CAA dropping you saying, you know what, we're done, is it the point of no return?
Yeah, Cosby is pretty much nuclear right now, and nobody wants to be in business. I did talk to some sources at CAA, and they wanted to clarify. Bill Cosby was let go as a client about 7 months ago at the end of last year, right before the holidays. It just really got out. They wanted to make sure it was clear that there wasn't a cause and effect by the quaalude testimony, but it was very clear even last year that he was in an untenable position professionally, and there was no value in CAA holding on to him.
All right, now we're seeing more fallout with some of the commendations and his awards as well. And to you, excerpts from Cosby's 2006 settlement and the deposition shows that he admitted to getting drugs to give to women that he wanted to have sex with, and now his accuser in that case wants the entire deposition unsealed. So we know that the Associated Press was the one who was asking the initial request and went to court for that. So how likely is the judge going to do this time around?
Well, I think it's very likely. I mean, the judge basically said that he had portrayed himself to be, a public moralist. And by virtue of that, of setting himself up that way, the judge found the public interest in his information was high and outweighed his privacy interest. So the judge has done that once for the AP. I think the judge will do it again. And there may be a lot more bombshells. In this bombshell that we just heard, that he admitted, he confessed to basically giving drugs to women so they'd have sex with him, is huge. And I think it's a watershed moment in potential criminal charges against him. And of course, civil.
Sure. But let's talk about this petition, Howard. While we have you here, the online petition to revoke Cosby's Presidential Medal of Freedom, highest civilian honor here. And no president has ever done that, has ever pulled that. So how likely would a president get involved with this? Or is he going to say, you know what, this is way too complicated, I'm not going to touch it at this point? It's a really tough call.
It is a tough call because it's never happened before. And, the medal was given for the many good works that Mr. Cosby did, and yet his heinous activities are coming out now, and it puts the administration in a position they certainly need to watch this. They certainly need to be sensitive of this. And what you have to understand is the average person who said, what a horrible man, 36 women have come forward, and he's probably not going to go to a criminal trial for it. They want him to pay somehow, and this petition is a way that they can feel like they can make him pay if they take this honor away.
Well, let's talk about the other 36 alleged victims out there, at least to you. And we have to stress here, Cosby and his lawyers have repeatedly denied the claims. This has never been criminally charged. We know the statute of limitations has expired, with the exception of Pennsylvania, I believe, and New Jersey. Is that the case? So how would you characterize this as far as other charges that could possibly still come?
There's actually one more criminal case where the victim was underage, and so it's a longer statute, so that one could come forward too in California. But even one, just takes one for him to go to prison. That having been said, there's 3 more cases right now that were suits for defamation. Janice Dickinson's one of the plaintiffs, so they got around the statute by saying, he did this to me, and then through his agency said, you're liars. I did not. They sued him for defamation. They're within the 2-year statute. And then finally, I think there's some creative arguments out there that can be made to lengthen the statute. Only lawyers and painters can turn black to white. And I think there's creative arguments to extend the civil statute or to bring other torts against him. So it could be prison, other lawsuits, 36 women, 40 women. The numbers, I think, will be growing, too.
Sure, with the depositions out there now,
Yes.
other women may want to step forward. To both of you, Howard Bragman and Ann Bremner, thank you for the perspective.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.